Israel, of course, is in the midst of a very aggressive vaccination program. And you know, and if you go back and look during the spring and summer, they're not Israel's numbers during the spring and summer are like crazy low. Okay, crazy low. So let's start out by looking at Israel's COVID-19 data for this week. Okay. So anyway, as you can see here, total vaccination. Israel's vaccination came up very steeply over here. Then, whatever reason, it started to level off, and now back in July, they started to very increase to once again to see their vaccination numbers go up. So this is actually the total vaccination administered. So what we have here is that uh, Israel has administered 15.9 million doses. Okay, and currently, what 6.23 million people have received a single dosage apparently, and 5.7 million have been fully vaccinated. Whatever. We come over here now. We can see that 70.8% of Israel's population has received a single dose, and 65.1% have been fully vaccinated. And this is just cumulative total cases for Israel. Very steep increase up here, a little level off, another steep increase, then a level off. Then it's at, you know what this is called? This is called flattening a curve. Okay, this isn't flattening a curve. This is flattening a curve. Then you had a very steep increase in the number of cases, which is kind of curious because of all the vaccination rates. Again, same basic pattern. You know, a brief leveling off here for a couple of months before climbing back up again. Okay, so that takes care of the first part of Israel's report. Let's take a look at the. Okay, so you can currently Israel has 1.3 million cases, 8,085 deaths. And as in most cases, you can see 2021 cases are above. It almost looks as if Israel is very close to doubling their 2020 cases if they haven't done so already. What about deaths? Well, unfortunately, deaths have already passed 2020 deaths, but again, this could be misleading because we don't know what the distribution is. But let's take a look at the distribution right now. Okay, so let's start with the first of the year. You can see, unfortunately, well, here was the good news. This crazy low numbers during the spring and summer. I mean, we're talking like, you know, double digits. Okay, double digit numbers. Some 312, but you know what? The numbers really just went way down. See, that's a spike. 312 cases for a single day. But look at all these down through here, which were double digits. Okay. Then, so in the beginning, in about July, we saw their numbers beginning to increase again, spiking on September the 8th at 22,291 cases for a single day, before falling back down to 571 deaths or cases for a single day on October the 29th, and an average number of cases of 508. Now, if we take a look at deaths, you can see again the spike up here, very common, the double spike in January and then in July. You know, that's definitely a recurring pattern. Okay, Anyway, you can see that Israel, your deaths spiked on January 27th at 92 deaths for a single day, before falling all the way down to here in the spring. Okay, down to single and double digit deaths again. Okay, with a daily average of 3.64 deaths per day. Okay, what about weekly cases? Yep, the weekly numbers tend to help us. Is there a cat wandering around outside there? Um, okay, so what you can see here is, it's a long declining pattern beginning. I mean, as quickly as the numbers go up, they fell back down again over a period of maybe 6 weeks from here to here. Okay, those are cases. I know the picture from deaths again. This long declining pattern down through the spring and summer before increasing back over here over like 4 or 5 week period, and then of course it immediately began to fall back down to under 50 deaths. Okay, so this week we had under 50 deaths. What about monthly cases? Well, you can see August, September were not good months. Of course, we could say, well, the good news is that October, this October numbers could be good news because this could indicate the end of this little speed bump there. Okay, whatever caused it. What about deaths? Well, the deaths back over here were like what, under 600 maybe? Is that right? Yeah, we're under 750, say. And again, October's deaths are below September's deaths. Of course, we still have the final monthly numbers will be available tomorrow. Okay. So anyway, that takes care of Israel's numbers.